What is up, YouTube? This is Piccolo the Black in here, and I'm back with another video. So yesterday I made a video about the Steph and Aisha dilemma, right? And I also saw the Warrior Rockets game yesterday, and I honestly thought the Rockets were gonna go 7 games, but of course I didn't expect them to win. I figured James Harden would burn out, but he burned out sooner than I expected. Because when I saw that game, the first half, Steph had 0 points, and then he ends the game with 33 points. I figured, oh, Aisha must have gotten to him. And then once he finished the game off, I was like, never mind. But anyway, so this dilemma sort of became an eye opener for me. So it made me realize, you know what, marriage is a fool's game because there's no way you could win it. Like, no outcome is going to be a good one because the divorce rate is 60%, and I'm sure it's going to go higher as time passes by, and more men are becoming more red pill. So they're starting to see the forest through the trees, which is good because what this American concept of marriage is not really marriage. Signing your name on a dotted line and your assets are bound to another person. That's not really marriage. Biblical marriage is when you take a woman's virginity and that woman becomes bound to you. There's a reason why women say a woman never forgets her first. But unfortunately, we're not living in a time with virgins. In fact, we're celebrating whores and harlots and Tatianas. And besides, women don't even want to be married. They just want a wedding. Once they get the wedding, they feel like they've hit a milestone in their life, and then they're married, and then they're gonna go through the ups and downs, and then mostly downs, and then they're gonna get bored, cheat, and try to run you over through the white man's court system. Because if you look at the statistics, the average American gets married at least 2 times, and marriage is $1 billion corporation. So they try to promote feminism and equality and basically saying you don't need the man. And of course, women let that shit go to their heads. But even though they say they don't need a man, they'll try to take the man's money and resources and prestige and all that. So women nowadays, they just marry a man for the hopes of divorcing him because nowadays, you know, women would take women used to take the man's last name. Now that they think they're equal, they don't plan on doing that shit. And my father told me, son, if she doesn't take your last name, she's not in it for the long haul. And of course, women don't even value marriage. Matter of fact, women don't even know what true marriage is. That's why they're out here committing adultery. And then they're gonna say, oh, men are dogs, all men cheat. It's not that men cheat, men can have more than one woman. It's just that they shouldn't take another man's woman. And of course, I had someone tell me all women are naturally promiscuous. So I wouldn't say all women, but then again, maybe I'm deluding myself. But you don't want to know what a woman has in her closet because married women, will sleep their way to the top. Now, I knew a woman who was having sex with her boss and, got promoted. I'm sure we all know women like that. But of course, in her mind, that doesn't count as cheating or whatever because she was trying to do what's best for the family. And also, those vacation girls, right? Girls trip. They'll go out the country, pick up a bunch of bodies, and say, oh, those miscellaneous dicks don't count. And women don't even know how to be wives. I think Aisha Curry might have made us realize that because instead of trying to be the helpmate to the man, they're trying to compete with men. It's kind of like having a teammate that's trying to outscore you, and it's like, yo, we're on the same team. And let's not forget that women need validation from other men. And of course, women have wandering eyes nowadays, which is unfortunate. Like, you can be with your girl, right? And then some dude is checking her out, and you're like, I know you ain't over there staring at my girl. Nigga, I know you don't call yourself hollering at my girl. And of course, a woman's appetite is like a black hole. It's never really enough. But hey, you know how in the streets they say your boys ain't your boys? Well, it seems like your girl ain't your girl. So, fellas, don't get married. It's not beneficial. I mean, you gotta realize that you're the prize, right? And since you're the prize, you have to get down on your knee to ask her to be with you when she's the one that's benefiting it. Come on now, that sounds backwards. And if y'all ever watch a show called Bridezilla, that's a true depiction of female nature and who you're actually gonna marry because yeah, she seems like an angel now, but once she rips off that mask, then she becomes the succubus. And plus, don't even get me started on how much an actual wedding costs. I remember back at my first job at a retail store, I had a manager who I honestly thought was gay, but he wasn't. He was married, and he said he had to pay $10,000 for the down payment on the wedding. And unfortunately, now he's divorced. So, fellas, don't do it. Women have been the downfall of men for many centuries. Robin Williams killed himself because he couldn't pay alimony. Is that what you want? Alimony and child support? They basically use the white man's court system to rip the man's money through his balls. But I think everyone in the manosphere already knows that marriage is a bad investment. In fact, even blue pill simps are starting to wake up. So anyway, guys, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back with more content. Peace.